Yeah, g'day and welcome back to What Shano Thinks. I'm doing this one for Chuck because he wanted to hear about my dream, so that's pretty cool. Reoccurring dream started after after my near-death experience, and basically the dream started. It was weird. The first dream I had, I was on a platform, and this platform was, I don't know, probably 2 meters and out in the middle of space. And anyway, I call it space. It wasn't space, it was blackness. Okay. I call it space because I attribute blackness to space. But it was really a void, the way I understand it now. It was just, there was nothing there apart from this platform that I was on, a circular platform that was about 2 meters across, and I'm standing there, and the first dream that I had, all these balls were moving slowly, relatively slowly. Okay, and they ranged from size from really small, like that, to massive, probably 10 meters in diameter. And anyway, all these balls were coming at me from all these different directions, and the smaller ones were higher pitched and they came much faster, and the bigger ones made a lower pitched hum. I don't even know, hum is the word, just a vibration. Well, actually vibration makes more sense. It was a really low pitched vibration, and the smaller ones were a high pitched vibration. And the low ones moved very slowly. The high-pitched ones, the small ones, moved very quickly. At first it wasn't really quickly, but all I knew was I couldn't touch these things. I had to avoid them, otherwise they were going to knock me off this little platform that I was on. And I thought, what a weird dream, man. And I'm having to dodge these things, move out of the way. You'd see a big a really big one coming for you, but it would be moving slowly, and you think, I've got to look out for that one because there's nowhere that I can really get around this thing. There's nowhere that I can hide. And in the meantime, you're focusing on that one, and another one, medium-sized one or a small one, is coming at you at a much faster pace. So you're having to move around and sort of dodge and make sure you don't go off of this little platform that you're on, because I had no clue what would have happened if I fell off this little platform. So that was basically how the dream started. And then, as the dream progressed, and now I know, it's because of learning that this dream has changed. I had no clue all the way. I was asking everybody, anybody and everybody. I was talking to whoever I could about this dream. A shrink, or a psychic, or whoever, just anybody who would listen to me. People who interpret dreams, anybody who would listen to me talking about this dream, to see if I could get some answers, and I got no answers. As the dream progressed, and as I learnt, and I didn't even know that this was happening, the platform that I was on got smaller and smaller and smaller, and it just kept it was like everything was getting harder and harder and harder, and I'm thinking to myself, last time I had this dream, like I said, I had it hundreds of times. I thought, last time I had this dream, it was much bigger, it was much easier, and it just keeps getting harder. And the speed of the balls were getting quicker, and they were getting a lot more smaller balls, like medium size and smaller balls, and they were just all coming so quickly. And it's like the platform I was on was getting smaller and smaller, and I'm like, whoa, how am I doing this? And I had to, a bit like the Matrix, like, whoa, avoid these things. And still no one could explain this dream. And I did explain to a few people that, this is the way the dream's progressing, and still no one could explain it. And eventually I just stopped trying to get someone who could understand it. I thought that it's just not going to happen. So I just, I stopped telling people, but I kept having the dream all the way up to my awakening. By the time of my awakening, I was actually like a little bit before my awakening, I was standing on something which could only be described as, I don't even know. We'll call it the size of maybe a golf ball or a marble. Like, it was so tiny I could only fit 1 foot on it. And I'm standing out in this nothingness, in this blackness, and these balls are still coming at me, but that now they're just coming at me like everywhere, just flying towards me at great rate of knots from every direction. They're coming from behind me, and I'm like, as I go like this, I just know they're coming, and I'm going like this and managing to avoid all of these balls coming at me. The very last time I had the dream, I actually, like, as it progressed too, it became more comfortable. At first, I was freaking out because I thought, if I get knocked off this thing, that's the end of me. I'm dead. That's me gone. Like, this is in the dream, but I'm thinking, I just can't, like, I was almost like in a panic state. By the time I got down to this little platform that I'm on, standing on with 1 foot, it's actually becoming almost fun. It's almost like a game, and I'm starting to enjoy it. And I know that I can get out the way of all these obstacles coming at me, these grey balls coming at me. The very last time I had the dream, I was standing on nothing. And I went, really? Like, how am I here? Like, I'm not standing on anything. I'm just in this abyss, in this nothingness. I'm just standing here. I'm just existing here. And I'm not falling. I'm not going anywhere. And I wasn't scared. And all these balls, they started to just... They started to... It made me feel different, put it that way. I felt different about them. I didn't feel like they were out to attack me. And that was a gradual thing. Like, at first I thought they were out to get me. They were about to knock me off this thing, and that was the end of me. But as it grew, like as this dream grew, over the many hundreds of times I had it, it got to the point where I was standing there on nothing, and these things were coming at me, and I wasn't scared. And I knew that if they did, like, I didn't know, I didn't think they were going to hit me, but if they did, it wouldn't matter, because they're not going to knock me off anything. And anyway, that was the last time I had the dream. I'm happy to be in this abyss, standing on nothing, not scared of anything, not scared of these balls flying towards me. And by this time they're going like, well, to put it into context, at first the small ones were sort of going at this speed. By the end of it, it was almost like a lightning strike. Like, I couldn't even see these things, the speed that they were coming at me, and I wasn't scared. I'm like, yeah, that's all right. They're not going to hurt me. And then I had my awakening. And it was my awakening that showed me that this dream was about me. It was about my insecurities. It was about the the things that were happening around me and just how scared I was of everything that was happening around me. And the universe was trying to tell me, you don't need to be scared. It's safe. We've got you. And these things that we're throwing at you are different parts of you that you got to use in order to grow. You can't be scared of these things. You need to embrace them and go, they're not going to hurt me. And it's only been a recent revelation that I've had that the big balls were more 3D and the small balls were more 5D. That's my... I put that out there because, yeah, it's just like as I progressed, the balls got smaller and faster, and the information that I was getting from the universe got faster, and I was able to comprehend it faster and embrace it quicker and everything like that. So, yeah, that's my trippy dream about the big grey balls. So, there you go, Chuck. I'll put it out there. And hopefully I'll continue to share. I could have shared so much today. I went through a big thing on Friday, and yeah, that was a massive shift. I still don't know because yeah, I'm winging this. But I went through a massive shift and massive upgrade. So thank you, universe, and yeah, thank you to everyone who's watching, and I wish you all well. And yes, I'll see you in the next one. Love you so much. See you then. And this is what Shano thinks. All right. See you guys.